Anxiety often stems from our own limited way of thinking. When we talk about limited thinking, we refer to the narrow options we believe are available for achieving our desires. Our thoughts tend to be either black or white, right or wrong, all or nothing, with no room for other possibilities. For example, imagine a student who believes, if I don't get into this program, I will never become what I want to be, and therefore I will never be successful. This kind of thinking traps the student in a cycle of anxiety, unable to see alternative paths to success, even if they graduate successfully. This way of thinking is likely to continue. Another example is someone seeking a life partner. They might think, if I cannot find the ideal partner, it means I am not lovable. I will be alone and I will never experience a relationship or parenthood. These beliefs generate immense pressure and anxiety. But why do we hold on to these beliefs so tightly? It's as if we are so religious in believing them, worshiping them, and reinforcing them day after day. At the heart of these limited thoughts lies a profound fear of a limited future. We cling to a few ideal ways as the right ways, the fail-proof ways. Anything outside of that narrow path feels like a failure. This fear of failure is so intense and persistent that it builds the foundation of our anxiety, pushing us into a corner with no apparent way out. This failure is so unbearable, so we do everything we can to reject it. However, failure is a normal part of life. Things won't always go our way, and we often act like a child throwing a tantrum when we cannot get what we want. This reaction is also a form of self-grandiosity and narcissism. We feel we must be perfect, otherwise we lose. But why do we think we have to be that powerful and know it all? Why shouldn't we allow our own vulnerability and fragility to coexist along with our strengths and ability? Our minds do this because they feel safer within the boundaries of what they know and recognize. In contrast to the limited thinking, we could have many other possibilities and potentialities, but they also come with a lot of uncertainties and unknowns, which seem dangerous to us. Limited thinking feels more controllable, predictable, and safer. Our mind believes they are protecting us by staying within known parameters, which feels less anxiety-provoking. However, this strategy can backfire. What we know is very limited compared to the billions of years of universe and ever-changing social, economic, and political climate. The limited choice we give ourselves make us panic, especially when our options are exhausted and we do not see our desired outcome happening. That fear becomes much more extreme, making us feel hopeless. But this is a pseudo and self-imposed loss of hope, because we are the one restraining our options behind prison bars. So what should we do then? If we agree that our way of thinking is a reaction or adaptation to cope with some unpleasant emotions, then maybe we should reevaluate our relationship with our emotions. Emotions, by definition, are conscious mental reactions such as anger or fear, subjectively experienced as strong feelings, usually direct towards a specific object and typically accompanied by physiological and behavior changes in the bodies. Anxiety is one of our emotions. Instead of rejecting it and feeling horrified whenever it appears, we could try to have an intimate relationship with our emotions, including our anxiety. If we can trust that their existence serves some function, we might see that our body is signaling us that our long-held way of thinking might be wrong. It's our instinctual body and mind responding and calling us for some adjustments. Why would we ever want to be stuck in a pathological way of thinking anyways? We can choose how to respond to what is happening to us, and we can always choose to live in an open field instead of locking us in a corridor with limited air and windows, even if an open field might feel shelterless and insecure. Ultimately, life is full of uncertainties, and the task we must set for ourselves is not to feel secured, but to be able to tolerate insecurity. Thank you.